Hi and welcome to A World of Words. I'm Vanessa and today I'm doing my week 4 update for the reading quest. So it is the end of the reading quest. It is officially Monday. And the reading quest ended on Saturday, September 10th, right? I believe it was September 10th. What's my final result? I completed the mage quest. Well, I completed one side quest actually, and then some partial books of other side quests. I probably didn't do the most impressive of like anybody else who's also doing the reading quest. I wasn't really in it to win it, honestly. I kind of just like did whatever, which is fine. I just wanted to do the mage quest really, and I did it. So I feel like I did a success. Can I speak? I just filmed another video, so maybe I can't talk anymore. I feel like I was a success. I feel like I was successful for this quest. I'm happy with it. Good enough. Partway through the reading quest, I was kind of done with it, and I didn't care anymore. And I think that was while I was reading Inkheart, because I didn't feel like reading it anymore. So I stopped reading it. I made it 200 pages into Inkheart, and then I was just like, it was too slow for me to be reading during a readathon. Now, I have not DNF'd it. I did not finish it. And I am putting it down and to the side for now, but I'm not like DNFing it for good. I feel like I'm going to try and continue reading it in small doses and see if it picks up, because right now it's on page 200 and I'm still not super invested in the characters, and if I'm not invested in the characters, it's hard for me to be invested in the book, and I feel like I wanted it to be a lot more exciting than it was, especially at the 200 page mark. I feel like by 200 it should be exciting, because they met the villain and the villain wasn't even scary to me, and this is middle grade, so it could just be that like I wasn't scared of him. Like all he wanted was gold, so he wasn't scary to me. So I stopped that 200 pages in, and so I still needed a book with a one-word title, because that's what that was fulfilling. That was the final thing I needed for the mage quest. So I ended up picking up Vitro. I'm pretty sure it's pronounced Vitro, by Jessica Curry. This is a book that I think I hauled back last year in my last birthday book haul of 2016. So I've had this book for a good while. Like I really wanted to read it, and I just kept like reading library books because that's the story of my life. I read library books instead of the books I own. But I finally read this and I really, really liked it. It was much shorter than Inkheart. This was 360 pages, and it was a sci-fi, so that was a really nice change of pace, because while I do love fantasy very much, this book was so different from anything else that I read for the reading quest that I really enjoyed it. It is about a girl whose mom works as a scientist on this island, and then she gets this island that's super secret and she's never allowed to go to it, and then she gets an email from her mom saying that her mother is in danger and that the main character, Sophie, needs to come to the island to help her. And so she ends up getting some guy who happens to be an old childhood friend of hers to fly her to the island, and the plane crashes on that island, so now the guy can't get off. They end up like wrapped up in this like scientific conspiracy type thing where like the scientists are doing something shifty involving growing people, and then it was really interesting. It involved like, you know, people created basically as scientific experiments, the question of free will, and like, do these people have rights even though they're technically humans, but they were grown in the lab, and so like, do they have the right to be treated the way they're being treated? They weren't necessarily like experiments, but what they were being bred for was kind of not very nice. And so it was really interesting. It had all of that in it, and then it was also very action-packed, running around the island, because people ended up chasing them for various reasons, and it was really interesting and really exciting. And this is actually the second book in a companion series. So there is a book one, which is Origin, but none of the characters are the same. So it's like they have to do with each other, but you don't have to read them in order. I wasn't confused at all, but I am definitely interested in reading the other books in this companion series, because it's like the same shifty company that's running these different things in different islands, I think. I think the other Origin is an island, and then there's another one that comes after this that might be in Africa, because there's a lion on the cover. I'm not sure. But I really am interested in reading those other two because they sound super interesting, and I really, really enjoyed this. I gave it 5 stars because I love her writing so much. It's really good. I've read an Aladdin retelling by her called The Forbidden Wish, and I absolutely loved that book. So I recommend that. If you're into retellings and stuff, that book was really good. And I really enjoyed this one. And this is the only other book that I actually finished during week 4. Week 4 was kind of weird for me because I was sick during the first half of it, and that's when I read this. So I really didn't feel like vlogging anything. I didn't feel like being on camera because I wasn't feeling very good. But then the second half of the week I didn't vlog because I didn't read very much, which is the same excuse I had for week 2. I think I didn't vlog much because I didn't really read much. But I also did start one more book, and that is Wonder Woman Warbringer by Leigh Bardugo. I made it about 60 pages into this book during the second half of week 4. So not very far. I am liking it so far. It's very heavy on description. Like, the writing is really good, of course, because it's Leigh Bardugo. And it's starting to get started now. We're on page 60. Stuff is happening on the island. They're like getting started on their adventure thingy, I think they're about to. So yeah, I'm enjoying it so far, but I haven't really been doing much reading because I've been doing other things. But that's okay, because I finished the mage quest, and that was the important thing. I was going to use this as the free world option where you can read whatever, but it can also qualify towards the night quest as something with a weapon on the cover. An ink spell can also count towards the night quest as a book with a red cover, but it also can count towards the side quest. Ink spell can also count as the side quest of read a book over 500 pages, even though I did not complete it. I'm putting it in that slot. Now I'm going to add up my final tally of how I did, because I am adding the 260 pages of these two combined just to get my health points that are owed to me, because why not? I read the pages, I just didn't finish the book. I have my final score here on the computer, so I will let you know what it is. I think it's good. I don't know, because I haven't really been reading anyone else's final scores. My final score. Total experience points is 150. So you level up at every 50 points, I believe. So I like just barely scraped level 3, and then my total health points are 216 health points, and I probably have more from like tweeting and stuff, but I don't really feel like I need to count them because I'm not even entering like the final master post link up thing because I don't know how to do that. So my overall total score is 366. I think that sounds impressive. I don't know. That's a lot of points, it seems like. And then my final pages read during these 4 weeks is 2,031 pages, which I think is pretty good. Like, because I think sometimes I read like 2,000 pages in a month for like the total 5 weeks of a month. That's good. I don't know. I think it's good. I read a total of 6 books and plus 260 extra pages. That is my score. That is my quest. It is over. So I might just do a quick recap of the books that I read. In week 1, I read Every Heart a Doorway, Down Among the Sticks and Bones, both by Shauna McGuire. I read Because You Love to Hate Me by a bunch of different authors. an anthology of 12 villainous short stories. I read The Crowns of Croswald by D.E. Knight. I read The Dark Prophecy by Rick Riordan, the second Trials of Apollo book. I loved that one. That was really good. And then I read, final book I completed was Vitro by Jessica Curry. And then I read part of Inkheart by Cornelia Funk or Funke? I forget which. And then I read 60 pages of Wonder Woman by Leigh Bardugo. So I read quite a few books and quite a few pieces of books. So I feel like it was a pretty average 4 weeks of reading for me, especially since Every Heart a Doorway and Down Among the Sticks and Bones were very, very short. But I still enjoyed the books that I read very, very much. Let me know if you did the quest, how you did, and if you enjoyed the books that you read, did you complete your quest or not? And give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. I upload new videos on Mondays, plus the occasional surprise video, so please subscribe if you want to see more of my videos, and hit the little bell icon if you want to be notified every time I upload so that you never miss a video. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day, and keep on reading. Bye!